Abraham, originally named Abram, is a central figure in the Bible and is considered the patriarch of the Jewish, Christian, and Islamic faiths. His story begins in Genesis 12, when God calls Abram to leave his homeland in Ur of the Chaldeans and journey to a land that God would show him. Promising to make Abram into a great nation, bless him, and make his name great, God initiates a covenant that underscores the narrative. Abram, demonstrating remarkable faith, obeys without hesitation, journeying with his wife Sarai, later Sarah, and his nephew Lot to the land of Canaan. As Abram travels through the land of Canaan, he faces various challenges, including a famine that forces him to go to Egypt, conflicts with local kings, and difficulties within his own family. Despite these trials, Abram remains faithful to God. In recognition of his faithfulness, God makes a covenant with Abram, signifying a deep, binding promise. During this covenant, God changes Abram's name to Abraham, which means, father of many nations, and promises him countless descendants. God reaffirms his promise to Abram, assuring him that his descendants will be as numerous as the dust of the earth. Despite this promise, Abram and Sarai struggle with childlessness. In a moment of doubt, Sarai suggests that Abram have a child with her maidservant, Hagar. This union results in the birth of Ishmael, but God clarifies that Ishmael is not the promised heir. When Abram is 99 years old, God changes his name to Abraham, meaning, father of many nations, and Sarai's name to Sarah. God establishes the covenant of circumcision and reiterates the promise of a son through Sarah, despite their advanced age. Then the visit of 3 divine messengers happens who reaffirm that Sarah will bear a son, Isaac, within a year. Sarah laughs in disbelief, but God's promise holds true. Before Isaac's birth, Abraham demonstrates his hospitality and intercedes with God for the city of Sodom, where Lot resides. Despite Abraham's pleas, Sodom is destroyed due to its wickedness, but Lot and his daughters are spared. When Abraham is 100 and Sarah is 90, they are blessed with Isaac, fulfilling God's specific promise. Isaac's birth brings joy and fulfillment of God's promise, but the narrative takes a dramatic turn when God tests Abraham's faith by commanding him to sacrifice Isaac. Abraham's obedience is unwavering as he prepares to offer his son on Mount Moriah. At the last moment, an angel of the Lord intervenes, and a ram is provided as a substitute sacrifice. This act of faith solidifies God's covenant with Abraham, promising to bless him and multiply his descendants as the stars of the heaven and the sands on the seashore. Abraham's story concludes with the death of Sarah and his careful arrangements for Isaac's marriage to Rebekah, ensuring the continuation of the covenant line. Abraham lives to a ripe old age, witnessing the beginnings of God's promises being fulfilled through his descendants. His unwavering faith, tested through numerous trials, establishes him as a patriarch of faith in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, exemplifying a life devoted to God's call and promises. Abraham's legacy is a cornerstone of faith for Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, showcasing his unwavering faith and obedience to God. His life not only shapes his family's future but also sets a profound example for billions, emphasizing the importance of faith, obedience, and the enduring nature of divine promises. Through his trials and interactions with God, Abraham's story offers deep insights into the spiritual heritage that influences countless generations.